Hey, how you doing? I'm Laura's, and I've just opened up another box containing yet another Aston Martin DB5 bearing the name Corgi and the number 261. I've already got the box open and I've discarded the packing and the inevitable advertising leaflet, which seem to find more and more sneaky ways of finding the way through your letterbox. So let's have a look. DB5 number 261. So this one is the Corgi Model Club version. You may have seen my previous video where I unboxed and compared the Corgi new re-release 261 with the original 1960s car. And there was good and bad. It wasn't a perfect replica, that's for sure, but this one should be closer to the mark. And I want to give a big shout out to people who commented on my last video and let me know about the Corgi Model Club, because I hadn't heard of them. So I looked it up and I subscribed and I got some lovely models, and this is the one that I've particularly been waiting for. So apart from the model itself, in the box we get a nice thank you letter from Corgi Model Club. I'll read that later. A bit too excited now to open the box to sit there and read that. We've got a postcard size information leaflet, I suppose you'd call it. Tells you about the features on the car and the fact that it's a limited edition of only 5,000. And then we've got a certificate. You get one of these with every Model Club car. Sorry, it threw me there. I thought, am I seeing things here? It must be my birthday, because I don't know if you can see that, but this is certificate number 2007. Happy day. So we can recycle the box and let's have a look. So side by side with the original, you can see straight away that the artwork is very good. The original one looks to be darker, but essentially it's the correct size. So we're on a winner already. On the base of the new box we've got this information panel, which I think is compulsory on anything that vaguely resembles a toy these days. In this nanny state that we live in, it probably tells us not to eat the contents or not to stick them up your bottom or something like that. So in theory we shouldn't need a fork, but this is a very handy tool. We can slide it under there. Doesn't want to go under there. Let's try the other side. Slide it under there, and then we can pop the flap open without causing any damage or any fingernail imprints. So of course it wouldn't be a 261 model if it didn't have the inner plinth. Of course it has. So let's get this the right way up. It is the right way up. So ease that out. Put the box to one side. And there she is. This car is not attached to the base by half a ton of wiring. Let's have a quick comparison with the original. Again, the colours are a lot more vibrant. You know, that could be down to just the way they've been scanned, or it could be wear on the old one. Probably a bit of both. But the printing, again, is very nice. Very nice indeed. Put the original to one side, and we can see inside there that it's got the top secret documents inside there, and we'll fish them out a little later. So let's have a look at the car. Very nice indeed. So what I'm going to do is put it on the turntable side by side with the original, and we can discuss while it's doing a little dance with its 60-year-old counterpart. Is slightly different, but then let's not forget that the original Corgi came in several different shades of gold, from a pale yellow up to an almost toffee colour, so it's impossible really to get one that's going to match. The new one, like the original, is in a satin finish, not high gloss like the Corgi reissue is. It's got the wire wheels, which is fantastic. This was omitted on the Corgi reissue. They just put cast wheels on, which is a huge disappointment. There's no rotating number plates, as there shouldn't be. And it is a faithful reproduction. There's only one petrol cap, indicating that it was cast originally from the DB4 rather than DB5. There's two things that maybe stand out. On the original, there was seam lines from the way it was cast. Now the Model Club have obviously decided not to put them in, and I think that's the right decision, because basically I don't see any point in deliberately putting flaws in a new model. And the other thing, as was pointed out to me before I even got this model, is the shape of the grille. Okay, we're getting really picky here, but the grille on the Aston Martin should have contra curves up near the top corners. So it's a bit more of a complex curve than the one that the Corgi Model Club have given us. But let's be right, we are really nitpicking here. Basically, the two cars are very, very similar, and I think they've done a fantastic job of reproducing the original. So the gadgets all work extremely well, it has to be said. They all deploy smoothly, and they all go back into the car body very smoothly. Fantastic piece of engineering. Well done to the club. Well done indeed. So let's now see if we can fish the secret instructions out of the box. That's one thing I've noticed just now, is that the original box had these little tabs and the new one hasn't. Or have they? Yeah, it has really. It's just the original one wasn't put away in the same manner. Let's see if I can carefully open this. Dum da dum 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 da dum 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 dum. Come on. Oh. Spare bad guy. Again, kudos to the club. The original one did come with a spare bad guy, and here he is. So we've got the envelope, similar to the Corgi one, very much more substantial than the original. The original was kind of like a tracing paper, very thin. This is much more substantial, not sealed. I should have learned from last time. Last time I thought I should get my tweezers to get things out, but I forgot. Okay. The lapel badge looks a bit papery compared to the more fabric one of the original. And the secret instructions, let's pop all that to one side. Good quality paper, quite thick, very much more so than the original, but I can assume that the print is going to be exactly the same, if I can get it the right way up. Okay, not exactly, because on the original we have a leaflet at the top, join the Corgi Model Club. Well, I have joined the Corgi Model Club, but it's a different club. So a little bit about the Corgi Model Club. Corgi Toys, along with Scalextric and Airfix, are actually owned by Hornby. Now the club is not part of that group. They're a small bunch of enthusiasts who've obviously approached Hornby and gained permission to recreate some of the most iconic vehicles from the 60s and 70s. The original toolings are not available. I believe a lot of them were destroyed in a fire years ago. So they've had to start from scratch, and to my mind they've done an amazing job of reproducing these vehicles. They're absolutely stunning, very reasonably priced. It's about £20 each. I think the DB5 is about number 12 or 15 in the lineup, something like that. They produce one a month, and if you don't want that particular vehicle that they brought out that month, you can skip it and wait for the next one. But I think everybody in the club has been very eagerly awaiting the issue of this particular vehicle. So there we have it. There are now 3 versions of Corgi's number 261 James Bond DB5 Aston Martin. All available to buy depending on the size of your wallet. Thanks for watching today, and I'll catch you further down the road. Ta-ra!